Hi, homies. Now, Eastenders is really triggering me because I am not accepting Lily's behavior at all. Anyway, I hope you guys are chilled, vibes in, and let's get started.
And if you're feeling the vibe, make your wallet hat lean to the side. And if you're
So Monday's episode started with Kim and Mo trying to make some money. However, how they did it was so terrible, diabolical, dreadful. It was just disgusting. I understand cost of living is high and we're trying to make quick cash, but don't use the downfall of your neighbors to do it. So of course the podcast is famous and they're now charging people to give them a tour around Albert Square and to try and meet Sonia and Bianca. They're just disgusting. I am not appreciating their behavior. Funny, but disgusting. Jean is currently at her wit's end with Lily at the moment. Stacey has checked out again. Of course, it's because of the comment that Lily made about her being dead instead of Martin. So Stacey's gone. She ain't coming back right now. Now, Lily, on the other hand, she is just giving Jean hell. Jean don't know how to handle this 14-year-old child who's got a child who should be more mature. But, you know, gentle parent people want to play. Gentle parents. As we know, Bianca got kicked out of her house because of the whole podcast that she did in regards to Ratty Dirty Murderous Reese and what he's done. So Kat and Alfie are like, girl, you can't stay on our sofa anymore. We are so sorry, but you're going to have to be homeless somewhere else. Kind of felt bad for Bianca, but Kat is basically saying to her, you need to go and apologize to your sister and beg. Instead of Lily looking after her baby Charlie and apologising to her mother, no, she's out on the street smoking a doobie with Avani, and now they're both there trying to bang their heads together on how to collect money to get more. Now, I don't want to judge, but I'm so judging. Lily, why? Go home. So Bianca went and took Kat's advice to try and apologise again to Sonia for doing the podcast, but Sonia's one tough cookie. She's not breaking right now. She's saying, get out. Because of you, I'm now having strangers knocking on my door. You need to go. Bianca left, sitting on a park bench like a homeless lady, and there is Kim and Mo right there in her face with a whole group of people questioning her about whatever happened with her and Ratty Dirty Murderous Reese, talking about all the different things she went through, the bucket, being locked up, lack of food, and then it just started making her relive it again, and she started hyperventilating. Lucky enough, Sonia saw it and told everyone to move along, F off, go away, and I think that softened Sonia a little bit because that's her sister, and people are tormenting her as much as they're tormenting Sonia. Oh, so Lily's got to the point where she is now an addict. So basically, she came into the cat office to go and collect her daughter. Harvey was there. She begged Harvey for money. She said she'll work for it. Harvey said, okay, then you can work on the phones quickly. He left, and then she saw Kat's little money box, and Lily decided to go and take the money. What is wrong with you? Your addiction's taking you this far, Lily. Oh my God, you're stealing from family. Well done. So after Bianca's panic attack, Sonia let Bianca back in the house so she can breathe. And it was something that Beck said, saying that you're letting Ratty Murderous Reese win if you stop talking to your sister. That is what he wanted, and that is what he wanted. So Sonia decided to forgive Bianca and they will start fresh again. Beck saw Lily sitting in the couch. She decided to sit down. She's like, let me sit with my little sister, have a conversation with her, find out how she's doing since Dad died. Anyway, after the conversation, she realised that she's high. She said, Lily, you high? Are you been smoking weed? I know that smell because I was in Thailand. Girl, you know that smell because you've been in the blocks. Don't say because you've been here. Girl, we know why you know that smell. No, but on a real note, Bex noticed that Lily is high and said, how are you doing that while you have your daughter with you? And I totally agree. So we know in the past that Zack and Teddy Bear did not have a good running. Teddy Bear beat the stupid out of Zack. Now, Zack is saying he will happily be a personal trainer to Teddy Bear's son, which is actually Zack's son. It's a mess. Zack, what are you thinking? You've been warned not to poke the teddy bear, but you are deciding to do so. Stay away. I know that is your son, but stay away. But Zack's not doing it. He's going to now personal train, I forgot his name. I forgot the child's name, but he's going to personal train the child, even though he knows that is a bad idea. I don't know. What would you do if that is your son, but someone else is raising him? I don't know. I think I would say that's my child, but each to their own. Trying to save lives. That's what they're trying to do. From the beginning of this episode, they've had this bloke there staring at Bianca and the house, etc. So Bianca finally saw him and was like, oi, what do you want? And had a little conversation with him. And then he started talking about, like, how's your mum? The last time I saw you was when you was 8. So this is clearly someone from the past. Now, instantly when I saw him, I just assumed that is Sonia's real dad. But Bianca told him he needs to go away and don't even try and speak to her. And I said, oh, well, why did they do this? I know this is a drama, but why did they do this? I would have just said, if you want to talk to her, go talk to her. Like, they make things more complicated than it needs to be. Like, when Sonia now finds out, which she will, how can you explain I turned away your dad? And if she'll be okay with it? Now, Jean is my type of parent. Jean was like, she has had enough with Lily. Lily is upstairs changing the baby's nappy. Jean said, I'm going through her bag. Then you have Harvey in the bag. Oh, no, you can't do that. That's her privacy. You shouldn't do it. Shut up, Harvey. She's a 14-year-old child acting suspicious. Check her bag. And Jean did exactly that. And do you know what Jean found? The money that she stole from Kat, which actually Bex gave her the money back. But she also found the marijuana in her bag. Good thing Jean did that. Now we know that your child is smoking when she shouldn't be. Well, I say your child, your grandchild, grandchild, it don't matter. A young person that's supposed to be supervised by you is on drugs because you searched her bag like a good parent should. Not these parents who's respecting boundaries of child. There's no boundaries when it comes to children. I'm so sorry. That's my personal opinion. If you disagree, let me know. Of course, Lily saw Jean going through her bag. She's like, what are you doing? You can't go through my stuff. You can't invade my privacy. Girl, shh, you don't have no privacy when you live under my roof and you're 14. Anyway, Lily just grabbed her stuff, her drugs, and she walked out of the house. I have nothing else to say, but they need to do something about that child. She's irritating me at the moment. So the episode ended with Sonia's dad getting the courage to knock on the door, calling out for Sonia. Sonia opens the door. He says, I'm your dad. Oh, of course he did that. But you know, why not? But it's a little too late, sir. You walked out of her life when she was a baby. She's a grown woman now. Like, Sonia's probably in her 40s, maybe going on 50s. I don't really know. But she is way grown. And now you finally want to see her. Let's see what happens. I wonder if Sonia's going to accept her father back in her life. I wouldn't, personally, not for these many years, but maybe it'll make her feel better. Will Lily's behaviour get checked once and for all? And will she stop this nonsense, ludicrous thing she's doing at the moment? And that is it, really. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe, do the things that other people say to do, and listen to me ramble later on tomorrow. Bye.
And if you're feeling the vibe, make your body hot, lean to the side. And if you're